After outlining the detailed histories of 5 messengers, Noah, Hud, Salih, Lot, and Shu'aib, and how their nations rejected them and were subsequently destroyed, Allah, the Exalted, addresses the disbelievers of Makkah, and by extension all of humanity, regarding the divine pattern of history. These verses, from 94 to 103 of chapter 7, serve as a transition, transforming the individual stories into a universal rule of law. The law of testing, as explained in verses 94 and 95, teaches us that adversity, like hunger and poverty, and prosperity, such as health and wealth, are not just random occurrences. Rather, they are trials designed to bring people to humility. If a community fails to turn to Allah in humility during hard times, and instead becomes arrogant during times of prosperity, they are suddenly seized by punishment. The alternative, as mentioned in verse 96, is highlighted by scholars who emphasize that if a community possesses faith, iman, and piety, taqwa, Allah promises to open blessings from the heaven and the earth. Allah warns the people of Makkah not to feel secure against the design of Allah. He reminds them that previous civilizations that were much more powerful also thought they were safe, but in the end, they were destroyed. The verses go on to explain that when hearts are sealed due to persistent disbelief, people become incapable of accepting the truth. After establishing this pattern of destruction, the narrative shifts to the most prominent example of a tyrant who ignored these lessons. Then after them, we sent Moses with our signs to Pharaoh and his chiefs, but they wrongfully rejected them. The central theme of these verses is that prosperity is not always a sign of divine pleasure. And when humanity forgets its creator, history shows that punishment eventually follows, setting the stage for Moses' confrontation with the ultimate tyrant of his time. So let's listen to a translation of these verses, 94-103 of chapter 7, Surah Al-Araf. I seek refuge in Allah from the rejected Satan. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate. Never have we sent a prophet to a place without trying its people with adversity and hardship, so that they may humble themselves. Then we changed adversity into ease until they thrived and said, our forefathers had also seen both adversity and prosperity. So we suddenly seized them without them even perceiving it. Had the people of those towns believed and been God-fearing, we would certainly have opened up to them blessings from the heavens and the earth. But they gave the lie to their prophets, and so we seized them for their deeds. So, do the people of those towns feel secure that our punishment will not come to them at night while they are asleep? Or do the people of those towns feel secure that our punishment will not come to them by daylight while they are at play? Do they feel secure against the design of Allah? None can feel secure against the design of Allah except the utter losers. Has it not then become plain to those who have inherited the earth in the wake of the former generations that, had we so willed, we could have afflicted them for their sins? They, however, are heedless to basic facts, and so we seal their hearts so that they hear nothing. To those earlier communities, some of whose stories we relate to you, there had indeed come messengers with clear proofs, but they would not believe what they had once rejected as false. Thus it is that Allah seals the hearts of those who deny the truth. We did not find most of them true to their covenants. Indeed, we found most of them to be transgressors. After those we sent forth Moses with our signs to Pharaoh and his nobles, but they dealt with our signs unjustly. Observe then what happened to the mischief makers. This ends the current segment. The detailed account of Moses and his interaction with Pharaoh and the Israelites begins at this last verse 103 and continues extensively till verse 171, providing a significant narrative of their history. These verses will be covered in separate video, inshallah.